Welcome to Keep It Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Capricorn. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, and protecting me and keeping me safe. Thank you, Capricorn, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. Capricorn. Whew, it's like deep breath there. Need to let something out. Get something off your chest, maybe. Maybe you're holding your breath because you're waiting for something. It's just feeling that heavy blockage in my throat all of a sudden. It's weighted. Oh, deck splits 3 ways. On the Fool, the King of Good Cheer, 6 of Kings. So maybe we're holding our breath because we have a proposal that we want to make, and we're hoping to bring us, or the proposal that we want to make will bring us to smooth waters, to peaceful mind, setting someone's mind at ease. Yes, we want change. We're looking for some change. We're initiating it, in fact, because there's too much. Again, we have the King and the Queen, so we're looking at a match. We want to take the burden off of someone. That's nice. Capricorn, you're thinking of someone, or someone's thinking about you, and they have the courage to set forth and bring that proposal. They want to communicate. They want to go on a journey. They want to talk. Or you do. It's double the courage in here. So it's a question of knowing what you want, or knowing what they want. And we're not to see that yet. Could be for the full moon, the proposal could be made. We have an Ace of Candles, that's the Ace of Wands, and we have the Matroness. So it's the Empress, wanting to heal, wanting to be supportive, wanting to offer a new beginning with support. Someone wants to raise the level of a relationship, bring someone out of difficulty, or establish peace and harmony, and start a new relationship, or start over, or just confirm that they want, because it's a proposal. So it's something that's been in the works, something that's been planned for a while. This is why it's feeling heavy, like they want to step forward, they want to come forward, or you do. If it is you listening to this, that's feeling like that you want to make that next step. Well, it's a good start. Let's see what February will bring for Capricorn. It's a 5-card spread. Again, this deck just split on me again. Another 3-way here. This deck likes to split in 3. It's quite revealing, actually, when it does that. So we have 3 of Good Cheer. We have the King of Gifts, Pentacles. So could be it's you, or you're dealing with another earth sign, wanting to make that presentation, wanting to take that responsibility, being very patient. Knight of Cups, a little nervous, or you might be nervous, wanting to step forward into a relationship, looking for more in that relationship, or maybe they're not too sure if you will stay or go. Either way, it could be for a reconciliation for some. King of Wands has got a plan with the Queen of Wands, so it could be 2 fire signs here, or it could be that the innovation and determination to reconcile is coming quite strongly throughout February. Whether it is you or it is someone else, could be fire signs, and or you may have fire in your chart, or you're dealing with someone who's very determined and very innovative. There's the, I knew I had a card upside down. Just gonna flip it because I turned it upside down. I saw myself do it. All right, so we'll do one more cut, and of course it's a 5-card spread, which I take the cards at random, and we start off with the past. So there was a plan, there was a plan of action to be taken, but not carried out. And I think that's probably where it got frozen, and now you or the next person is working on presenting, as we saw with those other cards. Here we have the 10 of candles. So there was a burden, whatever was going on in the past, making plans, wanting to set forward emotions that didn't happen, became a burden. And this is where we want to heal that. We want to be patient, or we've been patient, or we're thinking about having more patience with situation at hand, or situation that brought the burden in or upon you. Either way, you're putting an end to that because you're getting satisfaction from all the work that you've done, or will be getting that satisfaction because you have done all the work. Coming up toward the end, at the beginning, so it's a 10 of wands, as we call it, the 10 of candles. It's a lot of work that you put into the plans that you made, and you're thinking that you're overworked, you're burdened, you're tired, but that in itself is going to pay off by mid-month. You're going to celebrate. Your wish is coming true. Whatever it is that you were working on is going to take form and become reality. Just be a little patient, or a little more patient. By the end of the month, you have a decision to make. You are protecting or being protected, depending on your situation, and whatever it is that you are working on, it will be protected. And if it is that you were developing a proposal that you want to bring forward, you'll wait for the right moment to present that. And then the final card, we have the three of swords. So it'll be to overcome. Here we have the 5 of swords. So it's a question of having a better communication. You're going to speak in the right moment, and in having the conversation, everything will turn around and work out in the end, because something coming into your favor will be able to clear this up, whatever this was in the past that most likely created the burden that you've been having to work so hard to overcome. You will overcome. And then the deck splits again in 3. We have the Fool come back with the King of Gifts, and that is to say that there is hope for happiness, wanting to reconcile, wanting to make amends. And the King of Gifts is like the King of Pentacles, with the King of Good Cheer following in tow with the Strength card. So a real offer for real stability with all the courage to back it up is the plan, is the hope. This is what has been wanted and being worked on for so long. By the end of the month, that is what is going to clear up. So Capricorn is very romantic on that note, which is fine, because you're going to have the conversation, you're going to be able to speak, or at least between you it will be made clear. Suddenly the burden will be removed. That's good. It's good to see the Tower come after the 10, because you're just clearing the path, or Spirit is clearing the path, so that you could have. And this is coming in the beginning of the month, so again, it is to clear away any burdens that you've had over a period of time. With 10 of Pentacles, it's having that company start up, take on working, it's going to work for you, or you're going to have that family setting that you've always wanted. The abundance is coming in suddenly because you have earned it, because you have done all the work. Again, middle of the month, you're celebrating. You're really satisfied, and all the doors are opening up for you, and you see that you have choice, many choices. And see, we celebrate again here. You with the Page of Cups. Again, it could be for that forgiveness, could be that you're making amends, could be that you're starting a new relationship. Either way, you see you have choice, and the value of your choice is coming into perspective here with the Page of Cups, because it is a new beginning. It is, you have a lot to choose from, in other words. So it's a brand new start toward the middle of the month. You're making choices. You're celebrating, in fact. Again, and it's relationships, so it's the cups and love and money coming in, as in everything being balanced. And then we have the Queen of Gifts. So King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles are coming together, and this is where you're going to have that moment of conversation, and you're choosing the right moment to share your bounty. You're wanting to make an offer to share the bounty with another. Straightforward, for real. And then, of course, the Four of Good Cheer, the Four of Cups, is where you overcome, or it will happen that whatever was not satisfactory you'll see that and understand and clear that up, because that is what you've been working hard to do. You see, the Four of Cups here is, again, repetition. It's a repeat, but it's repeat with purpose, repeat with forgiveness. You see it again, it's about changing the perspective of where you want to go, and having that conversation is definitely going to make things shift. And here we see the Four with the One makes the Five of Cups. So again, it's overcoming. It's knowing that there is house and home that can be had, and knowing that, okay, I can work with this, I can work through this, because that's what she does. Again, with the Empress, I think we saw the Empress at the beginning when I split the deck 3 ways the first time. I'm not sure if she was there, but I don't know why I feel I saw her. But the fact is, it is to recognize what plans were made that couldn't go through. Now you're coming back to that, and this is where the repeat comes in. But you're coming in to repeat with backing. You're not going to have that problem of, I don't have enough, I can't move forward, I'm stuck again, I'm tired of this, I just want to change something. Well, you're going to have that situation cleared up by end of the month. And then the overall for the end of the month, we see here is the Five of Candles. So it's discussions, it's discussing new avenues. Again, we have the Seven of Cups here, talking about options, talking about plans, changing what you're tired of seeing, and really working through clearing up whatever was a disappointment, because that is where the Four of Cups comes in, where we go over that again. Yes, we're going to look into this again, but we have solution this time. That's where the discussion comes in. And then we have the Four of Gifts. So more Pentacles showing itself here, where you find the balance, where you make decisions financially to cover what was unable to go to fruition. Now you're making that decision to, well, this is important, this is not so important, I want to put the money here, I don't want to put it there. You're making those choices, and that's where you're having the discussion with the Five. And then the Four, you're moving the money around, you're working with it. So financially, things are changing for you, and you're going to be able to move on plans that were put into stalemate, that were held back, or you didn't have enough funds to work on, or the ideas were there but you had to wait, and now you've waited and you're able to move in the right moment. You're going to make the choice, and then again, the end of February is going to show that you're able to put your values, put your money where you need to put it. You're not going to just go off on the fly, because you've been patient. You've been able to think about what you want, where you want to, what direction you want to go in, and what you want to invest in, because there's where you're having that discussion. See at the bottom here with the Knight of Good Cheer, you want to make an offer, and that's what's going to happen toward the end of the month. You're going to have that discussion, and you're going to pick the right moment to do it. For having that relationship, getting what you want, being able to provide, whether you go on your own, you might decide to go on your own, or you take time away, or you go into the details of what you expect to have or what you expect to get out of a relationship. Either way, there is an offer that comes because of that discussion. And then more pentacles are showing up here. So we have the 8 and we have another 8. So being able to discern carefully where you want to place your money, or who you want to invest with, or if you want to start up a relationship, come back to another relationship, or just move on, being on your own, or being with someone who you really want to work with. Going to either get a new vehicle, or you're going to change the direction or the course of a relationship because you've been patient, because you have taken the time to wait for the right moment to have the discussion. Again, at the end of the month, that discussion that you're going to have is really going to open up open up the doors, because of what is happening the first part of the month. It's going to ricochet into the end of the month, where the relationship, whether it's business or pleasure, the relationship that you're focusing on is going to shift, and the direction that you're going to take is because you've opened up yourself for love, or that the next person will open up themselves for love. Either way, you're going to have a harmonious commitment, a harmonious relationship with a particular, and that is because that's what you want. The instigation is there. You taking that initiative to step forward and open up, because again, it is to heal. This 4 of Cups here is representing facing that, what you're tired of, and really accepting that it is what it is, and going to the next level of discussion where you can make change, and you can see your way to, okay, well, it was like this and I don't want it to be like that, I want it to be like this, and that's where the displacement of funds or the value of the relationship will turn. And this, because of that forgiveness, because of that reconciliation, because of that wanting to be in a relationship, because of that patience to heal the relationship. Again, it's coming around. It's like what goes around comes around. And again, with the 2 8s here, that's pretty much what's happening. Someone coming back, or you going back to someone because the value is there. Both of you place particular value on a particular relationship, and this is where the big change comes in, where again we have the big change starting at the end of the month, at the beginning of the month, with the Tower, where you have that epiphany and realizing that, oh, I've done all the work and it is paying off, because there is abundance coming one way or another, if it is in the form of money or if it is in the form of value, and whatever that value is to you, you will be receiving it, whether it is recommendations, whether it is money in itself, or the doors opening up where people are recognizing you for your values, so that you can have that relationship, whether again it's his work or personal, in the right moment with the know-how, because it's the Queen of Gifts and the Queen of Pentacles. So really working with what you have, making the best of what you have, and dealing on a level of even and fair business, again to make amends for some, and to really build on whatever it is that you had planned on starting and wasn't able to start. Now you're going to get that by the end of the month. Then we have the Eight of Swords to show that you're changing your perspective again because of the Tower, because of the event that's going to take place for you in the beginning of this month. Oh, what a mouthful. Patience, Capricorn. Patience. It's coming. It's coming. We're there. By the time this reading comes out, you may already have the good news, or it won't be too long into the first couple of weeks of February where you will have your good news. At least change is coming. You make the good news out of it, depending on the situation. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. What is the oracle message for Capricorn for February 2025? Again, I'll pick a random card. The solstice keeps coming up. Oh my goodness. Ringing the bells. Okay, so we're really battling with demons, personal demons, more than anything, I would say, for the months of January and February. And again, that's why I'm using this deck, because it is dealing with inner turmoil more than anything. Again, physical difficulty is not excluded here, but it is because of this type of deck where we're going through the suffering that we go through during the winter. Yes, there is physical suffering, but that happens all year round. When the winter comes in, it becomes a little more closer to home, because it's on that inner level that we're dealing with the cold in our own personal battles. We come to face situations, circumstances, memories, because enough time has gone by. We're dealing with the end and the beginning of a year. So we're going from the old into the new when the winter comes. We're seeing the end when the winter comes in. And we're going through the pain and suffering of loss, and knowing that we're coming to an end, whether it is our own end or it is later on in the future. We recognize age when the winter comes, because it is that cold. When it is cold, it is very cold. So we're looking at what has happened. Again, the plans that we made, they were not able to go into fruition, and we worked very hard. We've come to the 10th wand when we're looking at the first couple of weeks of February, and we're thinking, well, I worked so hard and I got nothing for it, because that is what we're looking at when we see the solstice. She here is recollecting and reconciling with issues of hurt and loss and being betrayed, and feeling that sense of, I don't want to be with anybody, I don't want to see anybody, I want to go inward. This crone here goes in to see where I've been hurt, who hurt me, all that work that I've done. It's just not giving me what I was hoping I would get. And again, we're dealing with that kind of suffering when it comes down to the solstice. But then spring comes, or spring is going to come, because that's life. It goes on with or without us. Even if we pass away in the winter, then spring does come and we will be remembered. I know it's very grave, but again, I'm not sugarcoating anything when I do my reads. The truth is within, and facing certain truths is what sets us free. And that is what this card is calling us to do, is to set ourselves free, to allow for ourselves to rise above whatever it is that we feel had been taken from us, or that was the work that we'd done had just gone to nothing. We have to let go of certain things, and we have to allow ourselves that certain time to grieve, but we can't forget that we must come back from the grieving point, or the grieving period. It has to end. We have to remember that we must come back. Even if we say, well, I've done all that work, I don't want to do it again, I want to start something new. Yes, it is coming. Something new for you is coming. Whether you have pitched everything aside and said, well, I lost everything, I'm going to start again. Yes, that is for some. For others, it is a true form of forgiveness with another, where you've been betrayed and somehow you come to reconcile with the person, because Spirit is going to make that happen. Now, this tower can represent anything for anybody and everybody. It is a little different. It's not going to be one thing for all. The tower in itself is clearing the path, and that path is your path. And whatever was on your path that was blocking you, well, Spirit is going to clear it away, because you have done what you were supposed to do, including passing time alone, if that's what it took, where you had to remove yourself from public, or remove yourself from a particular group of people or a particular person. That is what you were supposed to do, and you did it. Now Spirit is calling you out and saying you need to come back. You need to rise above and claim. The gods are awaiting your glory, your name. See? It is a good thing that whatever bad thing that happened in your situation was meant to happen, and you went through it, and now you're coming out of it. By mid-month, you will be beginning. You will have everything that you need. You'll be able to be self-supportive. You'll be able to take care of things that were bugging you, in the sense where they were just put on hold, like certain bills that you couldn't pay, or ideas for projects that you couldn't go through with. You will have what you need to carry through. Your time is coming, Capricorn. By mid-month, you will feel it. You will experience it if you don't get any inclination just yet. Toward the end of the month, you will be able to decide what to do. You will have discussion. And then we have the ringing of the bells. So here we see that, again, this is a returning card. I got this throughout nearly all the January reads got this card. But the ringing of the bells is to let us know that change is upon us. You see, when we ring the bells, it is to let us know that we're able to see the next day. We're able to remove any spirits that are disagreeable. They can't stand the ringing of bells if you're following into witchcraft. When the bell tolls, the evil is scared away, or diverted at least. That sound, it really calls out change. It says that things are going to change. Ring thy bell and cast them out. Ring thy bell and dance about. Swirl the sounds amidst the winds. Nowhere to hide, for all will ring. And there it is. It's being called out, and Spirit is calling you to come out. And ringing that bell is it's a form of celebration. When we hear the bells toll on Christmas Day, for example, or Easter, or Yuletide, it's when we sound out to break the silence and speak out and celebrate the moment and celebrate the time, and know that it's good things that are following the bell when it tolls. okay? Capricorn, you've been, yeah, gotta let it out. Like I said in the beginning, it felt heavy, but that heaviness is going to be taken away. Spirit is coming with epiphany for you. Spirit is coming with news for you. Spirit is coming with a new beginning. One way or another, you are getting past whatever it is that held you back. And on that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Capricorn, till our next read, love and light.